So the next topic we will see is recursive functions. What is this recursive functions? So before that, we know that function can call other function. A function can call other function, that already we know. So what is a recursive function is, yeah, already all of you know the definition. So function calling itself. Function calling itself is called recursive function. A function which is calling itself, we call it as a recursive function. Okay, so here we have two types of recursive functions. Two types we have. What is the first type we have is direct recursive, and the second one we have is indirect recursive. A function which is calling itself is called as a recursive function. Now we have the two types of recursive functions. What are the two types of recursive functions we have is direct recursive, and another one we have is a indirect recursive. So what is this direct recursive? So what is this direct recursive is function A. For example, we have function A calling A itself. That we call it as direct recursive. Like for example, you have the function A, and if the function A is calling A itself, that we call it as direct recursive. Now we have the another one, that is indirect recursive. So what is indirect recursive is, like for example, you have function A and you have other function B. Other function B. So what happens is, like I'll just show you, A is a function you have. Now in A what we are doing is, we are calling function B. We are calling function B, and the B you have another function, and in B you're calling A. This we call it as indirect recursive. I'll just show you here. Like first one I'll show you. A, you have a function, and in A, if you calling the A function, this we call it as direct recursive. Direct recursive is, you have a function A, and in this function A, you're calling A. So this is direct recursion. Now coming to the another one. What is another one? I said indirect recursion. So this is one function. A is one function you have, and you have another function B. Now what we are doing in A, which one you are calling? Which function you are calling in A? You are calling B. Now coming here, we have one more function B. In that what we are calling? We are calling A. The meaning is A you have, in A you are having B. Now the B is indirectly again calling A. The A function you are calling indirectly. This we call it as indirect recursion. Is this clear? Direct recursion is like this one, A calling A. Now what is indirect recursion? A calling B, but B is again calling A. This is indirect recursion. Is that clear? Yeah, if it is clear, now we will go with the direct recursion. So we will just see in detail about direct recursion. Now, for example, yeah, this is the thing what we have. If you see here, Okay, now if you see this figure, what is the thing, what is the function you have defined here? Recurse. What is the function name? See this figure now. Let us see how we will be having the flow. Let us see how we have a flow here. We have a function recurse. We have a function recurse. Yeah, excuse me once. So here we are defining a function. The recurse is a function. The recurse is a function. Now what we are doing in this function definition, we are calling the function again. We are calling the function again recurse. So that's the reason we call this function as recursive function. In the recurse function, we are calling recurse. So it is a recursive function. Now is direct recursion. Now here if you see, this is a function calling. This is a function calling. As we know, without calling the function will not be executed. So when you are calling the function, what is happening? The control is going to the function definition. You're calling the function. When you are calling the function, the control is going to the function definition. So from here, the function is executed. But in the function again, what we are doing, we are calling the function again. So again, the control will go here. Again, it will be executed. Again, this will be executed. Again and again, this will be executed. That's the reason we call this as a recursive function. Is it clear how we have a flow? First, it will be function call. You're calling the function. So since you're calling the function, it goes to the function definition. So the function statements are executed. In this, what we have, we are calling the same function. So since you're calling the same function, once again, you have the control to the function definition. So this statement will be executed recursively. Is that clear? Now we will take the example here. I'll take the example of factorial of a given number. So we will write factorial example. Factorial of a given number. So I'll define a function, def, and I'll take it as fact of x. Okay, before that, what is 3 factorial? What is 3 factorial? Let us see the logic first. 6. 6, okay. How? 3 into 2 into 1, right? 3 into 2 into 1 is the way how we find out the factorial. And if it is n factorial, then how you'll find n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into so on up to 1, right? Up to 1, you will be just going on multiplying. Like if it is 6, 3 factorial, so 3 into 2 into 1. If it is 4 factorial, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this is the logic what we have for finding out the factorial. So this is a formula what we have. Now first, okay, I am defining the fact function. X is a parameter what I am passing here. X is a parameter is like for what value you want to find the factorial. Like for example, if x value equal to 3. Now I should find out the factorial for 3. Now I am writing, since it is a repetition, I am writing a recursive function here. Always we should remember, for recursive functions, we should write the base condition. We should write the base condition here. So I am writing the base condition. If x equal to 1, if x equal to 1, then I am just simply saying return 1. This is the base condition. I will show you why we have to write that. Now x is equal to 1. the next what I'll do here is else. If x is not equal to 1, then what I should do? What I have to do? X into, or I'll take, I'm comfortable with n. X is also okay, but n. What is our formula? N into n minus 1, n minus 2. Again, it should be repeated, right? So n into, I'm saying fact of n minus 1. Fact of n minus 1. So in the fact function, we are calling fact. So it is a recursive function. So that is the function definition, what we have written. But will it be executed? No. Why? Because we did not call the function. So I will call the function now. So I'll take result equal to, I'll take fact of 3. I will take fact of 3. So we have to call the function. So I'm calling the function, and what is the parameter we have passed here? The parameter we have passed is 3. That means n equal to 3. And I will print the result. I'll print the result. Okay. So first what I'll do is I will first execute, then we will go with the tracing. Let us see how we will have a flow now. So the 3 factorial output is 6. Yes, we got the 6 now. Now shall we go with the tracing? Okay. What is we are doing here? We are calling the function. So first time, the first instruction which will be executed in the program is we are calling the function. So since we are calling the function, so which is executed first? Fact of 3. That is function call. Function call is the first statement. Now where the control will go now? The control will go to the function definition. The control will go to the function definition. So what will be the n value now? Whatever the 3 you are passing, the 3 will be, who will be holding 3 now? N. So what will be the n value now? N value is 3. Now what do you have? We have a base condition. We will check the base condition now. What do you have? 3 equal to 1. Is 3 equal to 1? False. It is false. So since it is false, now what it will happen? It will come to else part. In the else part, what we have? We are saying return n into fact of n minus 1. So what will happen now? 3 into fact of 3 minus 1. What is 3 minus 1? Fact of 2. 3 into fact of 2. All of you are listening? Are you able to follow up to now whatever I'm explaining you? Okay, now 3 into fact of 2. What we have done? We have called the function once again. We have called the function again. So now you're calling the function again with fact of 2. So again, the control will go to, we are calling the function again. The control will go to the function definition once again. Now what will be the n value now? What will be the n value? N value will be 2. Yes. Now 2 equal to 1. Again it is false. So since it is false, again it will come to the else part. Now what you will have? It will come to else part. Now what it will do? 2 into fact of 1. 2 into fact of 1. Now once again you are calling function fact of 1. Once again you are calling fact of 1. And now what it will do? It will check the condition. 1 equal to 1. Yes, it is true. So since it is true, now what does it will return now? It will return 1. It will return 1. Now this one value will be coming here. See, I cannot draw the arrow marks. I'm just showing you the mouse here, how it is moving. We got 1, right? Fact of 1 value. What is the fact of 1 value? We got 1. Now this 1 value will be passed. This 1 value will be passed here. So what will happen now? That equal to 2 into. What is fact of 1 value? We got 1. So 2 into 1 equal to 2. What is that 2? What is that 2? Fact of 2, we got the value as 2. Now what happens? This fact of 2 value will be going here. This fact of 2 value will be going here. So what you will get now? 3 into, what is fact of 2 value? 2. That equal to 6. And finally what it will return? 6. This is the way how we will have the execution of a recursive functions. Is this clear? Beyond, I'll just show you here. Here also I have, here if you see, factorial of 3. The first call we are passed with the 3. Now what happens? 3 into factorial of n minus 1, right? So 3 into factorial of 2. Now again, we are calling factorial of 2. So factorial of 2 is 3 into 2 into factorial of 2 value we are calculating. 1. So whatever I have explained you, the same thing we have here. See here, with the figure, how the flow we have, I'm just explaining you here. Say factorial of 3. The 3 value you are passing. 3 value you are passing and n value will have 3. Now what will happen? It is checking now. Already whatever I have explained you, the same thing with the figure I'm showing you. 3 equal to 1, it is false. So since it is false, it will come to the else part now. When it is coming to the else part, now what we are having? 3 into n into fact of n minus 1, right? So 3 into fact of 2. 3 into fact of 2. Now again what will happen? You're calling the factorial function again. So you're calling the function again. So the control is going to the function definition again. What will be the n value now? What is the n value now? 2. N value is 2. So once again it is checking the condition. Is 2 equal to 1? No, it is false. So since it is false, once again it is coming to the else part. Now again what we have? N into fact of n minus 1. N value is 2. So 2 into factorial of 1. Now you're calling factorial of 1 again. You're calling factorial of 1. What is the n value now? What is n value now? N equal to 1. Now n equal to 1. Now 1 equal to 1 is true. So since it is true, the if part will be executed. It will not go to else part. So what it is returning now? It is returning 1. Now if you observe, this 1 is going here. See the arrow mark. The 1 is going here. Now what is the output you are getting? 2 into what it is returned? It returned 1. So 2 into 1, it is 2. Now this 2 is returned again. The 2 is returned here. Now you have is 2. Now again it is returned. 3 into 2, 6. Finally, the output is 6. So this is through the figure. What I have explained you, through the figure I have shown you. So I hope it is clear for you.